Hello and welcome to the Poetry Emotion Mini Pod. I am Angela Seawood and today I will be talking about the Shakespearean sonnet. This is often called the Shakespearean sonnet because William Shakespeare used it quite prolifically. Sometimes you might even have heard it being called the Elizabethan sonnet, as Queen Elizabeth I really loved them. Again, the English sonnet has 14 lines, but this type of sonnet has 3 quatrains and 1 couplet, the quatrain being 4 lines and the couplet being 2 lines. So A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, and G, G as the rhyme scheme. Using the English sonnet was usually a Q&A, and the difference in the structure affects how the English sonnets communicate their themes. In the English one, the volta happens right before the couplet instead of in the middle of the poem, giving the poet more space to ask their question and build tension. But the single couplet at the end gives the poet only 2 lines to find an answer, therefore giving the answer a more ambiguous drama. I've linked below the sonnets I've used for the Shakespearean sonnet. As you can guess, it is William Shakespeare. As you know, he was an English playwright, poet and actor, and he lived in the 16th century. The sonnet I have picked is from Romeo and Juliet. 2 households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these 2 foes, a pair of cross-starred lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours of traffic of our stage, to which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. As you may be aware, a lot of Shakespeare's poets and dramas included a lot of romance and love. So in addition to the rhyme scheme, there has to be the first 3 subgroups to have 4 lines each, which makes them a quatrain, as I said, with the 2nd and the 4th line of each group containing rhyming words. Another writer of Shakespearean sonnets was John Keats. He was around in the 1700s. Unfortunately, he died at an early age, and so therefore a lot of his work was only written over a shorter amount of time. He did become very popular after his death, and his main subject was romance. So the sonnet I'd like to regale for you from John Keats is called When I Have Fears. When I have fears that I may cease to be, before my pen has gleaned my teeming brain, before high-piled books in charity hold like rich gamers the full-ripened grain. When I behold upon the night-starred face huge cloudy symbols of a high romance, and think that I may never live to trace their shadows with the magic hand of chance, and when I feel, fair creature of an hour, that I shall never look upon thee more, never have relish in the fairy power, or unreflecting love, then on the shore of the wide world I stand alone and think, till love and fame to nothingness do sink. Originally, this Shakespearean sonnet was a 2-stanza poem, and the couplet at the end. As you can see, that he has the first and the third line rhyming, and the second and the fourth line rhyming. I think it's a really great accomplishment to even have these kind of thoughts, to generate such a form of the Shakespearean sonnet, and that you've enjoyed your time listening to poetry. So thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed listening, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.